Hi guys, I'm back. My day's all messed up, but I'm here with you. Woke up early, couldn't get back to sleep. Got a nap, but not much of a nap. So my hours are all messed up today. We'll play for a few hours and then probably some more after dinner. Oh, wrong way. I went the wrong way. And I'm not the only one who has been experiencing long waits while entering town. Other people have been complaining about it too. They've fucked something up. And my issues with the new league, a number of the. Oh, great. I just get started and immediately a phone call. I'm going to mute so you don't have to listen to the spam caller hang up. And they've hung up. So, I've been watching some of the pros, the big time players. Excuse me. And they seem to enjoy the new league mechanic, which I do not. But they also seem to think that it is not very rewarding and enormously time consuming. And at least one of them had reached a point where they were saying that it was completely unfair. Because the mobs just kept one-shotting it. So I think it's terrible. I think it's the worst. Certainly the worst early league mechanic that I've ever played in the game. And good afternoon to whomever's joined me. Now, it's possible it may be a very strong late game league. Synthesis was that way. It was very, very good late game and for, end game purposes. But was utterly dog shit for early game. And we got it. And two monsters. Where the hell? It said one monster a minute ago. Guess it didn't. Guess it said three. I missed a couple of monsters somewhere. And this is why I loathe kill-all mechanics in games. There they are. Victory's mine. I hope your Saturday is going great. Hope your weekend so far is terrific. I'm getting close to level 50 already. This is definitely the fastest I've done a league. I think. Talk to Lily. Right. Pictures of Lily. Lily, oh Lily. Yes, well, I've been skulking about. Let me check really quick. Was there any efficacy ballista multiple totems? I don't know if I got the multiple totems taken care of. Oh, and malevolence for sure. I don't think I got the multiple totems taken care of. No. Multiple totems and malevolence. I think that's blue. Green? Not a support jump. Duh. Okay, here we are. Now we can almost get to the point where we're leveling everything up. We still need to find a spot for malevolence. What are we getting? Despair, efficacy. Oh, I did get a malevolence. Now I have 2. Alright, everything is now leveling up for the near term. Until we can get sockets for everything on our actual gear and actually start looking like in-game gear. Alright. So I'm a bit tired, and since I'm a bit tired, it would not be surprising if I was more cranky than usual. So, lucky you, you'll get to experience that. Woke up a couple hours early. Couldn't get back to sleep. Happens once or twice a month, I guess. Something like that. And it's always the opposite of fun. Jeez, this thing doesn't want to freaking die. My single target is still not particularly good. God damn, I need to reset that frickin' button. Evasion ratings. Evasion. I did, after a little bit of work, manage to get my... Oh boy, silver coin. Did manage to get my resists up, so... 1 death. And it happened 5 minutes into the league. In the damn sea cave. With the necromancer. Couple of close calls. I was inattentive for a second, Kitava, and he almost got me. So 1 death so far. Good afternoon. I almost said good evening, because... well, mostly that's all I stream. Good evening. Except, of course, it's not. A blazing arrow quiver. A regret. And now I await the first 5 socket chest piece. So I can remark on how it's... why is it never in my color combinations? And we'll open up the smuggler's cache. And a Vol side area awaits. So far, the league is going well. The league mechanic, to say I'm not a fan of would be an understatement. I find it neither fun, nor engaging, nor rewarding, and it's incredibly time-consuming. dead? I think he's dead. Ah. I was right then when I misspoke and said good evening. Oh, what do we got? Almost usable. Actually, almost usable. Very nearly usable. I'm doing reasonably well. I mean, other than not getting enough sleep. My nap did not suffice. The nap was nice, but it was not enough. This is a game I like and love. I have a love-hate relationship with this one for sure. Back to town. The things that are in it that drive me nuts really drive me nuts. But there's so much good stuff in the game that I do keep coming back. It is nightmarish. I woke up a couple hours early and I only got about 1 hour of it back from a nap. Hard to believe there was a time in my life where I didn't understand the joys, the simple joys of napping. Let me check the build guide. But those years are past. Now, I don't nap as often as I would like to, but then most of the time I get enough sleep at night, so I don't need to. It's got life, fire, and cold. Right now I need the resist. Unless fire and cold are high enough that I can afford to take a spin. They are. Strength and int. Sure, why not? Live. Live dangerously. Sell that. Didn't need to ID that. That was a waste of coin. Nope. 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 Good resists make that probably worth taking over that, even though that one's got life. Well, actually, 21 and 25. Cold and lightning. About the same. Never mind. Exactly. Most of the time I get sufficient sleep, so I don't need the nap. But on the days when I don't get enough, I'll manage it. I'm tough. I'm made of stern stuff. Not really. Truth be told, he's kind of a candy ass. Another. Wow, this is the second Society's Remorse I've gotten. 10 orbs of alteration are always welcome. I don't think I'm quite ready to do that. Karai, the administrator. Yes, I do have those. I'm not sure that the NPC is in my hideout yet for cashing in. Ah, they are now. Ten alts, very nice. Okay, and now we continue on to the coast and the lovely and scenic mudflats. Spoiler, they're neither lovely nor scenic. Alright, we have Expedition Mechanic, which is one that I like. Alright, we'll make sure that there's nothing we can't theoretically kill. Alright. We've got 4 charges. One. 2. 3. 4. We will now blow stuff up. Whoa! There we do. We have completed the expedition. We'll finish off. We'll sell that. Those are big. Well, we'll see how much currency we end up with here, if any. Wow, a bunch of Ostrogales. That's nice and unexpected. Gamble for items. Yes, I am in a gambling mood. If you've got anything decent. Sapphire ring, maybe, given the fact I had so much trouble with resistances. Anything else? I don't have enough of the exceptional broken circle artifact. I have 27. No? No? Greater broken circle. Exceptional. Oh, the exceptional. I have 12. Looks like there's nothing I can buy. Sad but true. The build is in pretty good shape. Getting some more options for socketing will be good. In particular, obviously, once we can get ourselves a 5 socket, and maybe, unlikely, eventually a 6 socket. Very few times have I ever actually had a 6 socket, unless you count a tabula rasa. Part of the problem being that I like to play a lot of different builds over the course of a league, and so I don't spend a whole lot of time doing deep enough into maps and stuff where I can reliably get a 6-link. Because I'm always I'm not getting any new stuff or any more power. Time for a new build. It's my version of alting in this game. I always want to try a different build. Always so many skills to try, and only a couple times have I even gotten characters, I think, into the 90s. You know, well into red maps. Most of the time my characters get into yellow maps, or sometimes even just whites. And my biggest disappointment about this league is that the league mechanic itself is, at least for me, I just found it tedious, unrewarding, and unfun. If I want to play a auto battler, I'll play a good auto battler instead of a shitty one, and I'll play PoE in PoE. Teach me the laws of war, won't you, Tukahama? That ought to do it. Let's grab the recipe. Defenses. Nice. Hunter's Hood. Hi, Sin. I love your work. I really think Sin has a bad rap. The stuff he does is really interesting and new and unique. The first 5-socket I've seen. And we're working our way into the 50s. Level-wise. I wish it was years-wise. Plenty of space. Nice. Chaos drop. I think that's my second. It's one of my less favorite league mechanics. Wow. They have definitely busted some stuff in there. In what is purported to be a performance patch, a lot of people are seeing problems. And I would have to say I am in that group. The long waiting to get into town areas as it's loading in all the visual effects. What the? This way. Oh, and an abyss. Let's not start the abyss just yet. As I think delirium is enough for starters right now. Let's go ahead and finish the delirium. Small cluster jewel. Bits and pieces of various and sundry. And now we'll begin the abyss. Abyss was my first league. I mean, I came in at the very end of Harbinger after they'd announced Abyss, because Abyss sounded fun. And finally, while just futzing around with Harbinger while waiting for Abyss, finally, after a half a dozen tries or more, the game finally hooked me. So, Abyss has a warm little place in my heart as the first one that really got my attention. Finally, after multiple attempts to get into the game, Abyss finally got me into the game. Thank you for hanging out a little bit. I will get better sleep tonight, I'm sure. May the rest of your day go awesome. Or evening. As the case may be. What'd we miss? Something that this build can never use. Anything else over there? I don't think so. Chance orb. Alright, we got everything. Next we're heading over here, I do believe. I want to double check that. Hold on, give me a sec. Yes. A diamond ring. I think we're engaged. Okay. Another expedition. Nice. I approve of this message. 3 jeweler's orbs. Also nice. Of course you have all day. You're an NPC in a computer game. Get a grip, sir. Hi, Tujin. Alright, where are we? How do we want to work this? Let's start up here, I guess. Performance goes to shit while this is going on. Hey, let me down. Shut up. And what's Tujin got? That I might haggle for. Ooh, chaos. I don't have enough of the lesser black scythe artifacts either. I have only 17 of those. Anything else in here? Regals. Holy shit. 5 regals. Me want. So those will stay until I can get up enough currency for them. Regals are always the sticking point for me in crafting in PoE. Especially at lower levels. The one I had, I used to good effect to get me to a good life total, and my resistance is capped. Let's head back to town. I didn't notice I had 2 people join me. Poppin' Buddy Girl and Pocket Locket. They both have exactly the same colors. I only saw the colors. I feel shame. You're more than a color. Don't give me a book. Why? 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 There's got to be a word for the opposite of quality of life stuff in games. Misery of life? Because not many do it better. Misery of life than PoE. That's for sure. Regenerate life. I'm going to assume we go through the bottom on that. Let me check. No. Interesting. I would have assumed. I would have assumed wrong. The regenerate 0.8% isn't bad either. Yes. Apply those. We'll sell stuff. Not great, but given what I'm currently using, great isn't necessarily needed. Sometimes good enough is. Pardon me. No, that is my first chaos. Fair enough. Where is the expedition locker? There it is. We turn on the affinity. And we can now deposit from a regular stash. Not much there. That goes to... Those 2 both go. And... life and fire resistance. That's not a bad abyss jewel at all. A lot of life. And now, back to the prison. There's an ascendancy trial in here, so we'll look for that. That's not the way to the ascendancy trial. Oh, maybe it is? is. Continue on the assumption that it is. Yeah, screw that. Those mobs are freaking terrible to play against. So many hit points. Those yellow spinning cages of death. Why are so many of them yellow? Nobody likes you guys. So stop. Alright. The Ascendancy Trial. Oops. Got me. Die, you gravy-sucking pig. Thank you. Alright. Our first trial of the second set of trials is complete. Not well done, but rather clumsily done, in point of fact. But finished nonetheless. The next doorway. Let me out of here. Quiet down there. Think I didn't feed you earlier. Delirium. Die, will you please? Thank you. Not my favorite League mechanic of all time, but it can be very rewarding, so I always feel obliged to do it. Unlike the new League mechanic, which is freaking terrible and not rewarding, so I do not feel obliged to do it. Don't you freaking die. Those mobs are just the worst. Not dangerous particularly, just so many fucking hit points. They're the opposite of fun. The yellow or blue big spinny skeletal cages. They're awful. Just terrible. Sorry if I'm not especially chatty today. I'm a little bit off of my standard frame of mind and body because of the crappy night's sleep. So I apologize. Damage over time and regeneration. Two good things. So I'm a little bit out of sorts today. Just because my brain chemistry's all messed up from sleep. Also, my defenses are not quite as deep as they could be, and so I have to be a little more careful too. Use caution to not die. Freaking die. I don't know if you can hear my video card spinning up every freaking time anything new loads in. They have really screwed up their video caching, preloading and stuff with their so-called performance patch. It was introduced right before the new league, like 4 or 5 days ago, something like that, a week ago, I'm not sure. It has not performed. Their performance patch doesn't. Where did I? Oh, there it is. Screw those mobs. We'll go to the prison rooftop. I'm pretty sure you're going to suffer this humiliation again. I'm hideous. Come on, man. I didn't comment about your looks, which are, let's be fair, not great. In fact, now you're combining yourself with Brutus, and it's just really not a look. Should do it for him or them. Grove bow could be good, won't be. Could be. Hi, Sin. Crafting recipe. I think we've already got it unlocked, but we'll make sure. We'll go down. Oop, pop back into town. Take a look at our new bow. Probably turn around and sell it with disappointment engraved across our face. I would swear I pushed that button. But maybe I did not push the button. I'm not sure. Getting old. Pretty sure I pushed it, though. Just saying, I'm pretty sure I pushed the button. That's a keeper. 1.39. No. And no, none of those matters. Oh, the quality matters, I suppose. No, it doesn't really. This one's got more attack speed. That's basically all that's important. This one has more sockets. We'll hold on to it because it's got the sockets, I guess. And that's blood. Blood. 1990. Increased charge recovery. More recovery while low on life. That's probably better. I would like to get another freeze flask one of these days. As that's something that's likely to kill me. What do we got? Oh, I didn't talk to Tarkley. And we'll use a rogue marker, I guess. And we'll let that sit for a bit. We'll do our first delve instead, I guess. This weight right here. A noble tricorn, which will almost certainly be immediately sold. Nice evasion rating and one bad resist. Means that one's better. Only thing good about that is it's got 4 links, so we'll hold on to it for that reason alone. We can always scour and do something with it. Been to the menagerie. Is he in my hideout? I know he is, but he's not. I guess I need to talk to him. Also, I'll need to wait for the next deposit of sulfite. Put that. I dropped that in here somewhere. I did. All right. We're off to the Rogue Harbor. I like the design of this League mechanic, and it's rewarding, but I find the play of it punitive. That you've got to be either really strong or really adept in your play, or it kills you and you fail and get nothing. Talk to Karai. Introduce yourself. Great. Yeah, this is the kind of story stuff that we all play the game for. Talk to Karai again. Hi, Karai. We now have 2. Which do we want to use? Lockpicking. Trial run. We've got to run that one first. So we'll put these away and we'll run the trial run. Got to talk to Karst. which is a geological term, I think. Yeah, all right. In theory, I really like the large overall design of this league mechanic, but the details, it's got some real issues with. Yeah, we know. You can pick the locks and you pick your nose. It's not that impressive a skill. We all do that. Yeah. Now let's take a look. $11 levels. Not quick, but not hard. Yeah, that's what your wife said. A secure repository, not suppository, repository. And none of these are actually usable items until you escape. Opening stuff up increases the alert level. Oh man, we gotta go a long ways. Open this secure locker. A couple more belts. The odds of us getting out of here with a improved belt, not bad. Nothing useful there. The real problem happens when you try to get out, as the alarm goes off and bajillions more mobs show up and they're much more tough and all that stuff. And also, the mobs are much tougher than the regular mobs, in my opinion. And so I will, seemingly, far too often, fail and die. Turns the entire exercise into a waste of time, as I get out with nothing. I didn't get all the stuff I could have gotten, that's fine. There's the damn exit. I went completely the wrong way. Yay, victory was ours. I mean, previous leagues, the amount of time you would spend going from place to place in the loading screen was insignificant. A couple of seconds at the outside. No longer the case. Sad to say. Not bad. Fire and cold. That's got more life, though. More life than this has life and energy shield. Still, we'll hold on to it just in case, because it's not bad. That's a lot of life on that one. Wow, +3 to maximum life on that. That's just... I have to make my build around that. I don't think I turned on that affinity for that. Now I have. There we are. It's got a little bit of lightning resistance. It's got good life, but not much else. There it is. Physical damage over time multiplier. That's not what I do. I do chaos damage over time. Gosh, did I enjoy my first job? No, not really. Prisoner's Gate, yes. Is that another delirium? It is. You don't want to pick up the green exclamation pointed ones, like you might think you would want to, because of what they do. They stay in your inventory until you use them. In a game where inventory space is at an incredible short, they do something like that. Why? Because you're just the player and screw you. That's one of those lack of quality of life things that drives me fucking crazy about the game. The opposite of lack of quality of life. The opposite of quality of life. Blech. Putting quest objects in your inventory when you're already at a shortage for inventory. Forcing you to play inventory Tetris with the items. Instead of doing, oh, I don't know, maybe what Last Epoch has done, where they have a button that auto rearranges stuff to give you more space. I don't imagine the algorithm they use for that is particularly complicated. It's part of the difficulty fetish that is part and parcel of some of the designers of the game, where they want things. They confuse annoyance with game depth. If we keep them annoyed, that's awesome. No, it's really not, guys. Well, that's the way it was in Diablo 2, and that game is ancient. We'll go back to Prisoner's Gate, because there's stuff we have to do there still. It's going to be over here. Not over here. Over here? Over here. We've got a god to kill. Seriously. Oh, we also have to find what's her name. Vol side area, sure. This could kill us. Why wouldn't I go? I strongly dislike the inability to actually sort of see the things. I know that's part of the deal, but it's just, I mean, it's not fun, but I am willing to say at least this one is for a reason. It's meant to be disorienting and the like. Five socket. Chimeric mitts. Nessa, that's her name. Yeah, drag me to damnation, you betrayer. I know what happens next. You're cozying up to the Brine King. Weird. Oh, wow. I entirely missed the little turn off here. I guess I thought it was pointing back towards, you know, well, it was pointing in the basic direction of the main gate. All right. This one may get a bit dicey simply because, again, my single target, not great. Got him. Okay, you can stop raining fire brimstone on my head. That would be great. No, neither of those. Another god. Turned up his tootsies. Use that one for now, I guess. Back to town. That was a good crack. Thank you. I enjoyed that one thoroughly. He's turned up his tootsies indeed. I really wish it would stop. Another simple quality of life is, if I leave it at this point in this whole layout, the next time I open it, it should be at this point, and it's not. I always have to like rearrange to get to where I just was a minute ago. Damage over time multiplier if you've killed recently. Increase skill duration. Yeah, I don't know if we take any of those. A lot of life, no resists. No attack speed, no chance. 2 decent resists, nothing else. And a little bit of life and 2 weak resists. That's going to be a no for me, dog. All Venom Gyre, though. Excuse me. All right. Through the forest to Mervale's Caverns. The Western Forest. Definitely the worst thing they've ever added to this game was fucking arch nemesis. It's better than it was, is the nicest thing I can say about it. The worst league they ever did. The one where they brought Arch Nemesis core and turned the game into an exercise in player hate. That was a league where I lasted about 35 minutes. That's not an exaggeration. The first act was so overtuned. I just said, okay, they don't want me to play this, so I won't. Perhaps the worst game edition I have seen since the NGE in Star Wars Galaxies. I don't say that lightly. Because that set the low watermark for worst game expansion. in history. And, you know, this is a league, at least, well, I loathe the league mechanic. The league itself, the state of the game is pretty good. I could see myself playing a bunch, except on Tuesday, we get the new expansion for Guild Wars 2. And I expect that to keep me busy for weeks. Two-stone ring, I'll grab the good one. We've got another god that needs killing. Hi, Rithwatha. How have you been? God, what have they done with the freaking client in this game? Performance is really bad. Much worse today than it was yesterday for me. Yesterday, the only place I was really seeing an issue was when I was changing maps. Yeah, sure, that one seems good. Better. We'll exit back to character select, talk to Tarkly. Or possibly Tark to Talkly. This wait here. A couple of seconds. Every other time I've played the game since Abyss. And what they're doing is they're covering up for their bad technology. People have been complaining for a long time about you'd load into a screen and you die. Because normally if you load into a screen, you've got 30-second grace period. You don't move, nothing happens to you. So they'd load into a screen and they'd see there wasn't anything around or anything. They'd move, and things that hadn't loaded in yet were killing them. And so this is their fix for it now. We'll just load it in the background and not let you in. I'm not sure that's actually a solution, but okay. In lieu of, you know, actually fixing your technology. See, it's moved me. It moved me all the way down there again. Why? We've got 2 points. We go here and here. I want more life. Father. That's bad. And that's not good. Disappointing. First quality gem that I've gotten. Weird that it should be the first one I've gotten this late in, but there you are. Back to the riverways. And the next map is the worst map in the game. Or at least the worst map in the campaign. As no map makes you suffer more for a yet another unfulfilled promise from the developers. The devs had promised that, you see how these trees are blocking stuff, that they were going to fix that so that, you know, it would cull anything that was blocking you being able to see the character. And they did it in a couple of places. I guess as an experiment, and then they decided, yeah, they're just players. Make them deal with it. And it's the worst in the next map. This map, the Southern Forest in Act 6, is the one by far is the worst. It's the whole thing, you can't see anything. And there's all these mobs spitting poison at you the whole time. Anything else left over there that I want? Actually, no. Fortunately, I have found the shortest path to get the hell out of this map, which I loathe so much. I do want to keep killing things along the way. XP, you know. Man's got to level up. Bears, bears, bears. Screwed that up by pressing the wrong button. Let that be a lesson to you kids. Don't press the wrong button. I hope you've learned your lesson and will not emulate my mistake and press the wrong button. What did I screw that up? I guess so. Boy, I said I found the optimal shortest path, and then I don't follow it. I don't know if that's new, or if I'd never seen it before, or what the deal was, but that was definitely not the optimal path. There we are. Back to town, sell stuff, carry on, wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Old guy music reference. And the reason going into town is so bad is because it's preloading in all the visual effects of all the other players to encourage you to buy microtransactions. God. GGG. What the fuck? $45 seconds? I am curious. I'm going to check on something really quick. They are called silver coins. Path of Exile. Trade. Silver coin. What are they selling for? Half an alk. Well, I will be glad to sell mine for that price. Back to the southern forest, but only for so long as it takes us to go into the Cavern of Anger, where now, instead of Merveil being angry, Nessa's angry. Traitor. I know who you are. I know what you are. Traitor. Trying to lure me to my death. By pretending to be in distress. Chicks, man, chicks. And he's dead. And he dropped nothing of any value at all. He could have at least dropped a nice seafood platter, you know? Giant lobster boy. The beacon. Beacon. No, wait, that would be bacon. What annoys me most about these maps is all of the critter type mobs drop a second critter that spits poison from off screen. I'm just not a fan of off-screening mobs in an ARPG. So I have the same feeling about the corpse bazookas in D4. I think they are an unfair mob. Holy shit, a 5 link! I don't think it's going to be useful for me, though. Because I think it's blue-red sockets. Would you freaking die? And blue-red sockets, turning those enough of those into green sockets that I can make it useful. I don't have the currency to do that. Unless I got stupidly lucky. Which thing, unlikely. The percentages on a split requirement armor, like one that is strength and int requirement, like I expect that one is for each socket, 40% of them will be red, 40% will be blue, and only 20% will be green. So the odds of getting 4 green out of that, not great. I am having extraordinarily excellent luck, though, on getting shields as unique items. Sadly, can't use them. What I really hate about the mobs that when they die give off the little spitting, poison-spitting worms, the worst part of them is that it takes like a second and a half for them to be targetable or take damage from anything, or maybe it's just a second. Which means like my already existing ground effects may not affect them. It just makes them really annoying. And they used to be a real threat to kill me when I was learning the game. Not so much anymore, but they're still a freaking annoyance. That has not changed. See, you kill those crabs and a whole bunch of poison-spitting assholes spawn out of them. Go flying up in the air. Land. All that's animated, and until they land, there's nothing you can do. I would be well served by getting my ballista up and running. Oh, this is not good. Doing something to get that ballista running. Get the colors set on one of my armor pieces. And get the ballista running, I think. So I have another fire and forget element. Grabbing more life here. Get in there. Those two insulted my parentage, and so they had to die. We have burned the flag and summoned Whalem Roth. I'm the shite. I'm the shite. Let's sail to the Brine King's whatever, reef. We'll pop back to town. Pardon me. Load in forever because it's loading in all those special effects so they can sell more microtransactions. Sorry guys, you don't get my money anymore. Wholly owned, I believe wholly owned now. I know they were vastly majority owned, but I think wholly owned now by 10 cents. Yeah, that's armor and energy shield. I could never get sufficient green sockets on that to make it useful. Sad to say, my first 5 link is completely worthless to me. let's see. We could drop a single red. Is that what we need? We need 2 reds and 2 greens. And that's blue and green. And that's all green. And that's all green. Well, we've been holding on to extra stuff. Anything else that's red and green? That, but it's not 4 sockets or 4 links. Only 20% chance to get red sockets on that. How many chromes do I have? 47. Let's give it a shot. Two reds, please. 2 reds. Without a blue. 2 greens, 2 reds. How about that? Is that clear enough for you? Wasn't cheap, but we got it. Okay, so now it goes in there. Multiple totems. Ballista totem. The second toxic rain. What else? And withering touch. Withering step. Where's the withering touch? There it is. Withering step. Let's put that there. We'll see how this works. Actually, let's move that on R. And move that over there because we're really not using blink arrow at all. All right, well, hopefully this will give us a significant jump to our single target. Let's make sure it works. Guys done now, so I can... Oh, it's a sulfur. Well, thanks. We need to talk to him, because otherwise he doesn't go into our hideout. this is why Delirium is the worst league design for PoE. As a piece of game design, it's fine, but for PoE, it is just terribly out of place. It's because you have to keep going. You have to kill quickly and move through stuff, which means that all of the other league mechanics get left behind because you can't stop for them. It's also bad because you basically can't make anything out because of the monotone coloring of everything. It's just not a great league. It's not a... It does not fit well with the other leagues. It does not play well with others. For instance, in this case, I couldn't even speed up the drops. No. So by itself, it's a perfectly fine piece of design. But with the rest of things like this that you need to stop and do something with to interact with it, it is antithetical to it. And when this popped up, which is this mechanic, the other mechanic over here that allowed me to end the Delirium vanished. Okay, let's see. Hi, Rog. Rog's the good one. Rog's the best. He gives out all kinds of good stuff. Alright, well, we'll start about over here, I think. And then here. And then there. And then back here behind Rog. Hi, Rog. How you doing? Let's blow some stuff up. How'd I do, Rog? Did I do okay? Got a runic crest. I don't know what the hell that is. But it's a runic crest, so it must be good. Right? Every one of these excavated chests should have a small amount of the currency. Alright, Rog, let's see if you've got anything that I might be able to use. Was hoping for the bow. No such luck. What it is he has a bunch of rare items you get, and you can tune them. He will craft them. You use the currency to craft. He'll offer you craft choices to do. Reroll the affixes. Do this to the suffixes. That's got a lot of life. Evasion and energy shield. Would not be good with the current boots I'm wearing, but maybe long term. Oh, it doesn't look like I have enough to get either of those. Do I have enough for anything? The ring. To buy it, but probably not re-roll it. That's a lot of life. It's got a good resist, or decent resist. We'll hold on to this. We'll hold on to these for now, and we'll come back when we have more currency. Thanks, Rob. Always nice doing... Well, we didn't do business with you, but you know what I mean. This is a dead end. Yep. We just need more currency to actually do anything useful with that mechanic. And that's kind of why I wish that every little box gave you at least a little bit of the currency required. Alright. Another god awaits us. This is, I think, the first major god, and also the end of Act 6. And here's the trader Nessa.
So courageous. Such a fine example of womanhood. I simply knew you wouldn't disappoint me.
She's been lying to us.
You see, His Majesty could never be satiated on his wedding day by one night alone. Thank you, my new sister. I shall always treasure your company.
Jeez. Oh, that's right. Hey, dumbass, maybe you want to, I don't know. Drop some of those, ballistae you went out of your way to equip? Maybe. A little bit. Hello there. Sorry, I do not speak any of the languages which are written in Cyrillic, Russian, or the like. And hello, Breezin Bezdaxi? I have killed another god. I'm just cool like that. Anything particularly valuable here? Probably not. Where's the other one? There it is. And we're off to Act 7. I got raided. I got no notification. Now I see it. I looked up. I saw 12 viewers. Hi, guys. Thank you, Strider. A day. No, that was a day ago. That was a day ago. Regardless. Hi, guys. Playing the new PoE League. League's going fine. Not a fan of the League mechanic. Yes, now we sell stuff and get back to killing. Nope. 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 Ooh, a lot of life. Bad lightning resist. What is that? The Carrion Dome Runic Crest. Ward. I don't know, maybe that's new? Guys, English only, please. 'Cause my Russian, presumably, hey fat buddy, how you doing? Is non-existent. Well, it's not completely non-existent. Tovarish, I know, is comrade. I know restaurant is restaurant. I think we've pretty much covered the entirety of my Russian. Increased area damage. That's actually conceivably useful. 11, I think. Yeah. Ward. I don't even know how Ward works. I didn't know there was an item that came with Ward. I'll hold on to it. Oh, that does remind me that there is at least a couple of words that I understand in Russian. Swear words. There are a couple of Russian swear words I know. Obviously, I'm intimately familiar with the concept of vodka. Vodka and I, we go way back. I have worked with a number of Russians, and I got along well with all of them. Working on a farm, fat body, huh? So, sentenced there for political crimes, no doubt. I understand. Me too. That's another level for me, ding 56. This is the fastest I think I've ever leveled in the game. Not that that's particularly noteworthy. Or fast. I'm at the crossroads. More life. We're over 2,000. Theoretically, by the end of this act, you want, on average, to have about 2,100 combined. While leveling, the sort of rough point you want to aim for is 300 life and energy shield per act. That is like the third of those I have gotten from sulfite piles. And those are really good. Alts. Pop back to town. I have Whalem's Locket. Oh, me locket! What do we need? I've got a jade flask. I've got a granite. Don't want a diamond. Sulfur? No. Corundum? Nah. I think quartz. Talk to Yina. Oh, I didn't. We don't want to sell that. That away. Those away. That away. We'll hold on to this until we get back to our hideout. Next up, I think... Taxac. Fell Shrine. I would like 5 link in colors I can use, please. I don't think I'm asking for too much. I'm asking for too much. This way, I think, actually. Those things hit hard. I can't say I was a fan of those. I hope everyone is having a nice weekend. A delightful weekend, in fact. My weekend so far has been iffy. Bad night's sleep. Woke up early, couldn't get back to sleep. My nap was short. One of the few good things about waking up early and not getting back to sleep is that I usually get a nice, enjoyable nap out of it. The nap this time is okay. Fuse, very nice. I decided that one had to die. Not a good use of my time, but sometimes a mob just ticks me off. Plenty of space. I say that now, and I'll be full in 30 seconds. We are looking for the Trial of Ascendancy. That's not it. That is the way down. There's the Trial of Ascendancy. But first, spiders. We are still at only 1 death so far, and it happened in the first couple of minutes of the league. Not that that's a particularly noteworthy achievement, but for a league starter, it's pretty good for me. League starters can be a little bit rough. After the league starters, I generally have a really good shot of getting all the way through the storyline. All 10 acts, Kitava, twice, without dying. I've done it plenty of times on a league starter as well. It's just less likely. In this particular case, the death was cheesy and cheap. basically I got stun locked and killed in the very first cave with the necromancer. That's all we need from here. I'm going to be right back. I just need to grab my water. And just that fast, I'm back. Did you miss me? Well, next time, try a laser scope.
I imagine it was no easy.
Oh, thank you. Like that a lot.
Farewell. Hello.
Hi. That replaces that. No. Yes. Nope, won't need that. Alright, now we're off to the Chamber of Sins. My bedroom. Not really. That's more like the land of the dead. We are running into a lot of voltaxic sulfide. The Chamber of Sins. Wherein all my sins are remembered. All My Sins Remembered, a great book by Joe Haldeman. Read it. We've got beasts. All right, Einar, that one's ready for... Einar, do your thing. Capture it. Capture them both? You did, alright. Took you long enough, Einar. Expect you to be a little bit more prompt about this sort of thing. And we're not paying you to lollygag around. Of course, we're not paying you at all. But then you're the one who loves hunting. Another level for me. 57. That should be the big life node. God, it pisses me off. We go from 2037 to 2157, 120 more life. Just like that. Hi, Silk. And our first use of the map device. The in-game mechanic works like this. If you're doing maps in the game, that's how you do them. Oh, that's not great. Alt. Armor and energy shield is of no use to us. Everything we want to use requires green sockets pretty much. That's my first 6-socket of the league. Dun 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 dun. Level 57. Armor evasion. We could conceivably use that. But I think, oops, we're going to need something that's going to have more green sockets on it. That's only going to have roughly 50%. Technically 40%. 40, 40, 20. 40% green, 40% red, 20% blue. Is the math on that? And I think for a primary we need like 4 green and 2 of other stuff, so tough to get, plus we'd need the link, so all in all a bit of a daunting task ahead of us on that count. Just die, you little punk. This isn't going optimally right now. Okay, good. This is better. All right, Malagar, there you are. His workshop. You know, it's where he tinkers. Maybe at the point now where I can change the build to be pretty much all toxic. There we go. Be toxic rain. Hi, Sin. Back to the Chamber of Sins. Silk is mildly crazy as he wants to have carnal relations with the spider goddess. This is not necessarily the wisest choice, given the fact that she's the spider goddess. To be on the safe side, I'm going to head back here, and because this is the kind of way where I... Okay, good, it's a dead end. where I'll miss what I'm looking for, which in this case is the Trial of Ascendancy that's in this map area. Keep looking. Basically wandering around until we find the damn Trial of Ascendancy. You guys stop throwing off sparks everywhere. It's just kind of annoying. Well, let's go ahead and finish off that and see what we get. Medium cluster, chromatics, scouring, binding, not bad. Now we'll see if we can find what we were actually looking for. What is that? That is a unique chest. Or strongbox in this case. An ordinary barrel just used to store sensible objects, not swarms of things. Seriously, am I full again? Inventory in this game is pain. Also pain in the latest patch is the amount of time it takes you to load into towns. And it's not just me. So far, all of my technical complaints and game design complaints about the new league have been pretty much confirmed by looking around at the big name streamers, your Zizerins, your Steel Mages, your Mathels. Go into some detail about those things. Good life, decent lightning, arm, nah. I didn't ID that one. Careless of me. Let's see. Armor and evasion. I mean, or just evasion. I think armor and evasion. That would be easier to change if these boots are better than these boots. We'll find out now. Complete and utter trash. You know, rewards like that ought to have lucky rolls on them. They've put a system into the game that they have chosen not to use that basically has lucky rolls for item affixes. Mark of the Doubting Knight. Block damage while dual wielding. Physical damage. Reduced attack speed. Elemental. Chance to cause bleeding on critical hits. Chance to cause poison on critical hits. Okay. Increased damage while affected by a herald. I don't even know a guy named Harold. Alright, we head back to the Chamber of Sins. Where we're, I believe, still looking. There it is, I think. Yep, the Trial of Ascendancy. So, I don't like timed cranks. I myself am something of a timed crank. Batch that we have to do with the timed cranks? I don't recall. No. This way. Crafting recipe. A whole lot of headsman's axes just laying around, I guess. There was a sale at Axes Are Us. I need to find the way out. That the new league mechanic, at least early in the league, is not rewarding. Another 6 socket. That's blue and red, I think. So another one that I won't be able to use. The league is not rewarding at low levels. It is incredibly slow, and I just think not fun. If I want to play an auto battler, and auto battlers are cool, I'll play a real one. I won't play a shitty one that's sort of a subset, a mini game within the game that I do like, PoE. So, if you're interested in the new league mechanic, I would not recommend it, but the new league itself seems to be fine. Okay, we're still looking for... Oh, that's right, it's all the way over there. We chose to turn around correctly. Because the way to get out is all the way over here. Running through dead space like this is anathema to why people play ARPGs. And GGG should be ashamed of themselves. They should know better. Running through empty space is bad ARPG design. And certainly Diablo 4 proves that out. Holy crap, do they have an awful lot of it. In dungeons in particular. The Den. let's get this delirium started. Needs more tremens. Large cluster jewel. Gotta grab that one. Gotta grab them all. Something there was very bad and hitting very, very hard indeed. Him, I think. That big boy right there. Let's go ahead and quit the delirium. See what we get. Medium cluster jewel. Wolf pelt. A woof. We got a woof pelt. And out to the ashen fields. Back to town to sell our crap. Or who knows, perhaps some small piece of it is not crap. Asking for a lot, I know. Armor and energy shield. Again, something we can't use, realistically. I think I need to check my POB. I think this is the POB up to this point, and I have to advance to the next delicious tier from 55 in Cruel Lab to 70 in Merc Lab. Merciless Lab. Alright, that's more life nodes out there. Reservation Mastery there. And Eldritch Battery. We'll go that way. We'll continue on our path here. Towards Enlightenment. Okay, Enlightenment's an exaggeration. After all, Enlightenment and me... No. Lots of evasion, nothing else.
Hello. Farewell.
As I've been complaining about quality of life stuff, it would be nice if they didn't have an NPC right next to your stashes. So far we have a 5 link and a 6 socket, and they're both armor energy shield, and therefore useless to me. Large cluster damage with hits and ailments. Large cluster increased damage while affected by Herald. And Stormheart. Level 28 requirement. Back to the Ashen Fields we go, and we will continue along our way. Silver coin. I should just turn around and sell those. I've only sold anything in game once. It was a very valuable gem. I sold it for 12 exalts. And then I never bought anything with the exalts. Because I'm not nuts about the trading mechanics in game. You know, it's like, oh, I've got all these exalts. I can build, you know, a better freaking gear set than I've ever had in the game. Or I can just do nothing with it. Yeah, I'll do nothing with it. I didn't say it was necessarily the best choice. But the League Mechanic coins are selling for half an alk each, and I have uses for alks and have no use for the coins. On account, I don't think that the new League Mechanic is any good. Got him. Ralakesh. All these guys are about to fall over dead and go. Thanks, Sin. Alright, we're currently at gaining health charges. This is reduced physical damage over time when taken while moving. Moving while bleeding doesn't cost you to take extra damage. We don't need that. I have to, if I can remember to put it back in place when I'm doing trials, that would be helpful. We've got a red beast. And he's got a lot of friends. That's a bunch of 6 links. Or 6 sockets, I mean. Sorry. I wish they were 6 links. I'll take the 6 sockets, that's for sure. Well, that one's all blue. The other two, I think, were blue and... yeah, were blue and green. So, all right, we can find one of those that's good and look at trying to turn that into our future happiness. Happiness being perhaps a slight exaggeration. How about our future chess piece, then? That'll do. Strappy boots. Sexy. I'm sure they'll look good on me. But then everything does. It can be a burden being so good looking. Hard to believe, I know. Especially hard to believe in this case. And then we got another beast. Only one of them, though, so I guess 1 is the number of the beast in this case. Never mind. We do need to go into the Thingy of Dread. No, I can't even remember the name. Grove of Dread? Something like that. Dread Thicket. I was in the ballpark. And, well, I'm going to just go ahead and real quick go back to town, sell stuff, move those 6 links off, 6 sockets off. because we're going to need space, because we have to pick up 7 fireflies and hold them in our inventory for 20 minutes. Because it, oh god, the amount of time it's taking to load in is just... GGG, stop busting our balls.
Yes, I think there's an Asmode.
A lot of life, no resists. 1.41, it's almost as much. Increased projectile speed. Wow, 3 life. What on earth? I would be not capable of being killed by any of the mobs. That would be cheating. It simply wouldn't be fair to the mobs. I think we're heading back that way. Let me check. We are. We go back 1, and then we'll be getting all of these nodes for more reservation. Or better reservation. I have reservations. Evasion and energy shield. That's a good low level one. 16 level. But, yeah. Those are both blue quality, so neither of them have any decent stats on them. 44, 52. We'll start working on that one eventually. What I did want to do now was attempt... We're going to move this to... No, to that. Yep. I'm going to move this to that, and that to that. We don't really even need that thing, as we're not using it at all. Do we have... There was a curse we were using. We still have that over here. Despair, I think. And there's Malevolence. We don't have the mana for quite that yet, but... Do we have an open blue over here? Flame Dash and Skitterbots, we don't have an open blue right now. We need that for sure. But let's see how this works now. No, back to the Dread Thicket. We have our first Firefly, ladies and gentlemen. Two Fireflies. Heard something drop behind me. Oh, a silver coin. Won't be doing that again. Oh, that's definitely not going to work. We need to always attack without moving, thank you. Always attack without moving, thank you. And always attack without moving, thank you. What the hell? Little shitbag. We have another Firefly. I love having quest items filling up my all too small inventory. I think I would actually like to have... I would really like to have that... do I need the Skitterbots? Yeah, alright. Oops! ground effects after death. ZZ, GGG, why do you fucking do this to us? Additional physical damage reduction for each hit you've taken recently. I don't think that's worth it in this case, so we'll stick with what we got. Firefly. We just must murder all of the things, so that they will give us fat loot and make us happy. Two fireflies to go. We'll grab the recipe. Fire damage. Yay. That was a sarcastic yay. One firefly. And we have got an abyss. Could certainly use some abyss jewels. Maybe a nice Stygian vice would be good, if that's not asking for too much. Spoiler, it's probably asking for too much. Level for me. That's a lot of freaking rare abyssal mobs. Not happy with the number of those. Oh, it's just one that keeps splitting up into multiple pieces because he's an asshole. Abyssal Trove. Jewel. We'll get something out of that one, maybe. We have all the fireflies now. We do. Go us. How close are we to the exit? Going the wrong way. Oh, the Dreadstone. Let's work our way out. And the map reset while we were running around in there, because of course it did. Mobs cannot be stunned. A 1 affix. Vol side area, that's a little weird, but Okay. Weird flex. I will be calling it an afternoon relatively soon, and be back then after dinner. Not quite there yet, though. Pardon me. That is just such a really annoying sound effect and visual. I thought I had turned off screen shake. And if it overrides turning off screen shake, then, well, the GGG developers can fuck right off. And screen shake gives me actual headaches. I can't play basically any of the various card games because their animations all have these overblown visual effects, including screen shake. And they give me real actual. That's got to be another one of the goddamn gold or yeah, coins, the silver coins. Fine. We're here. We'll go back to town. So Hearthstone, there was one called Hex. I've tried a bunch of them, and they all give me headaches. The visual effects do. Screen shake, jeez, that took forever. Do I not have screen shake off? Don't think it's part of the UI. Shouldn't be. I swear to you, I had turned that off. Alright, we went here and we're going for reservation mastery and aura effects. Oh, fuck me. This horse shit about having to take the item into your goddamned inventory. Another one of those cases of GGG giggling and saying fuck off to the players. Increased projectile speed, life, and one really good resist. Open suffix 2? Open suffix 2. That's a winner. It's a winner. That one has cold and lightning. This one has only cold. Don't think I've got enough on lightning to... Projectile speed, a buttload of life, one good resist, and an open suffix. Sold! And we're still within our bounds for our resists. Perfect. We now have an open suffix we can use at a later date. Or prefix, for that matter. This makes me happy as a little girl. skulls, I think, are there. Yep. And armor, added chaos damage with bow attacks, chance to avoid bleeding. 4 affixes. Armor's okay. The added chaos, certainly nice. Not a big deal, but nice. Alright, I think I'm going to call it here. I have to start my dinner soon. So, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me this afternoon. Even in the tired, cranky old man mode. I should be back at about 2 hours and 9 minutes from now. Maybe 2 hours. About 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe. Probably a little bit earlier than that. Because I need to start the dinner up. I should finish it relatively early. And back with more PoE. I am enjoying the League, if not the League mechanic. League mechanic's crap. League's fine. League is good. The game is in a decent place. And I still just the one death so far, and it happened 5 minutes into the League, so that's almost like being deathless, right? I could have just recreated my character. It only taken a couple minutes. Everything would have been... I'm going to say I'm deathless. The one is, it's an asterisk. You know, if Roger Maris gets an asterisk, I can have an asterisk. That's an old guy reference. I'll be back in a couple of hours. I will notify on my Discord. Thanks again for hanging out this afternoon. Back for an evening session later. So, have a great rest of your Saturday afternoon, evening, and your weekend. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Catch you in a bit. But ciao for now. Bye, guys.